2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ta-da! Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Master. Hello, see you again. See you again at this kind of time, the time before you guys go to bed. And today we will continue about Peter Pan from chapter 8. Before we go to that, let me remind you again that this Peter Pan by James M. Barrie is from the source that give us the free reading. Is a public source. If I keep the detail correctly, I want to give the credit to, so give me a moment, let me I think if I'm not wrong, is the moment please, why my internet is not working now. Oh my goodness. Momentนะคะ. I did not prepare for this, but I feel like it need to give you guys the details. Yeah, it is the globalbookshelf.org. Yes, thank you for that. So we can go into the story from what that we may consume from animation, from the cartoon, or from the live action. But when we come to for the real reading, it gives us a kind of more details, and yeah, it's the new story for me. And let me remind what the 7 pages we passed through is kind of start with the Mrs. Darling, right? And Mr. Darling, but mostly it's Mrs. Darling. Darling. Yeah, Mrs. Darling. And but in the what we know about Peter Pan's mostly is main character will be Wendy, right? But this mostly, as I understand, is Mrs. Darling. And yeah, we know her more than just the mother of Wendy, and from her eyes, from her perspective, so we can see about how her children react, that it's not just Peter Pan come one day and they go to Neverland, right? But it's kind of they come many times, and they kind of very close with all the children. And Mrs. Darling start to kind of notice something, and Elven met with the Peter Pan, and Elven collect his shadow in the doorway also. And if I could not remember wrong, last time that we end the story is about the Friday, and is about the party. Yes, that Mr. Darling don't like the tie or something like that, which exactly I not get it. But as we used to read sentence by sentence and discover that this is more than children book is kind of literature, right? And it's kind of have deep meaning, or even like the era is not like a modern nowadays, so it need the interpreters and understanding. So I hope that next time we will continue about to understand what the story talk about, what is refer, which subject refer to what, or something like that in more detail, and collect more vocabulary for us to like learn English as well. But today is about the reading, so it even is sometimes the word that I do not know, but I try to pronounce, and we will check about the correct pronounce later in another theme. But this theme is kind of the feel free to read to make me try to use English from speaking and reading, so I can what is called like know the sentence, like be more familiar with the English sentence word, and even practice for the voice actor about how the tone, something like that. But for me it's quite difficult because when I read, like I cannot understand immediately, so it kind of, when I try to understand what they're talking about or the meaning of the sentence, but we read already, so sometimes it's kind of the pity that we just know that this sentence should be this kind of emotion, but we already read with monotone already, so it's really pity for me that I cannot like get before I speak, so I can act or use the tone or emotion, the feeling in each sentence correct and match with the sentence. However, today to like cover the pity, so we decide to do the cinematic tune BGM along the reading, and see that like if we try to like not match with the meaning or the sentence or the scene in each sentence, but match with the music. Like if music is very cheerful, but actually the sentence is something grave or gloomy, but is it possible that we can make the sentence like very delightful or on the contrast? And the music today from the, let me open, from the audio library, and I found that they have the playlist about the cinematic already, and I push it at the random, so we cannot know what the music we will be here, and how that we can match with the rise, with the low, with the part. But let's take it as a challenge. Now, are you ready for the number 8 page of the Peter Pan? If you're ready, master, if you're ready, then let's go together. Okay, let me turn off the BGM. Okay, and let me start to play our audio. Okay, do you hear me? Okay. He thought Mrs. Darling was not sufficiently impressed, and he went on sternly. I warn you of this, mother, that unless this tie is round my neck, we don't go out to dinner tonight. And if I don't go out to dinner tonight, I never go to the office again. And if I don't go to the office again, you and I staff and our children will be flung into the street. Even then, Mrs. Darling was precious. Let me try, dear, she says. A moment please. I think I should, it will over than my voice. Okay. She says, and indeed that was what he came to ask her to do. And with her nice cool hands, she tied his ties for him, while the children stood around to see their fate decided. Some men would have resented her being able to do it so easily, but Mr. Darling had far too fine a nature for that. He thanks her carelessly as one forgets his wish, and in another moment was dancing around the room with Michael on his back. How wildly belonged, says Mrs. Darling now, recalling it. Our last lump, Mr. Darling groaned. Oh, George, do you remember? Michael suddenly said to me, how did you get to know me, mother? I remember. They were rather sweet, don't you think, George? And there were owls, and now they are gone. The lump had ended with the appearance of Nana, and most unluckily, oh my God, Mr. Darling collapsed against her. Covering his torso with hands. They were not only new trousers, but they were the first he had ever had with breath on them. And he had to bite his lip to prevent the tear coming. Of course, Mrs. Darling brushed him, but he began to talk again about it being a mistake to have a dog for a nurse. George, Nana is a treasure, no doubt. But I have an uneasy feeling at times that she looked upon the children as puppies. Oh no, dear one, I feel sure she knows they have souls. I wonder. Mr. Darling said thoughtfully, I wonder. Is what an opportunity his wife felt for telling him about the boys. At first, he pooh-poohed the story, but he became thoughtful when she showed him the shadow. It is nobody I know, he said, examining it carefully. But is that look a scoundrel? We were still discussing it, you remember? Says Mr. Darling. When Nana came in with Michael's medicine, you will never carry the bottle in your mouth again, Nana, and it is all my fault. Strongman. Strongman though he was, there is no doubt that he has behaved later foolishly over the medicine. If he had a weakness, it was for thinking that all his life he had taken medicine boldly, and so now, when Michael got the spoon in Nana's mouth, he had said reprovingly, "Be a man, Michael." One, Michael cried naughtily. Mrs. Darling left the room to get a chocolate for him, and Mr. Darling thought he shows want to firmness. "Mother, don't pamper him," he called after her. "Michael, when I was your age, I took medicine without a murmur," I said. "Thank you, kind parents, for giving me bottle to make me well." He really thought this were true, and Wendy, who was now in her nightgown, believed it also, and she said to encourage Michael, "That medicine you sometimes take, Father, is much nastier, isn't it? Ever so much nastier," Mr. Darling said bravely, "and I would take it now as an example to you, Michael, if I hadn't lost the bottle." No, that is not. But the music is so good though. He has not exactly lost it. He had come in the dead of the night to the top of the wardrobe and hidden it there. What he did not know was that the faithful Lisa had found it and put it back on his washstand. "I know where it is, Father," Wendy cries, always glad to be of service. "I will bring it," and she was off before he could stop her. Immediately, his spirit sank in the strangest way. "John," he said, shuddering, "it is most beastly stuff. Is that nasty, sticky, sweet kind." "It will soon be over, Father," John said cheerily, and then it rushed Wendy with the medicine in a glass. "I have been as quick as I could," she panted. "You have been wonderfully quick," her father retorted with a vindictive politeness that was quite thrown away upon her. "Michael first," he said doggedly. "Father first," said Michael, who was of a suspicious nature. "I shall be sick, you know," Mr. Darling said threateningly. "Come on, Father," said John. "Hold your tongue, John," his father laughed out. Wendy was quite puzzled. "I thought you took it quite easily, Father." "That is not the point," he retorted. "The point is that there is more in my glass than in Michael's spoon. His proud heart was nearly bursting, and it isn't fair, I would say, it though it were with my last breath, it isn't fair. Father, I am waiting, said Michael coldly. It is all very well to say you are waiting, so am I waiting. Father, a cowardly custard. Custard? So are you a cowardly custard? I'm not frightened. Neither am I frightened. Well, then, take it. Well, then, you take it. Wendy had a splendid idea. Why not both take it at the same time? Certainly, said Mr. Darling. Are you ready, Michael? Wendy gave the words 1, 2, 3, and Michael took his medicine, but Mr. Darling slipped his behind his back. There was a yell of laughter from Michael and "Oh, father!" Wendy exclaimed. What do you mean by "oh, father"? Mr. Darling demanded. Stop that roll, Michael. I mean to take mine, but I miss it. It was dreadful the way all the three were looking at him, just as if they did not admire him. Look here, all of you, he said entreatingly. As soon as Nana had gone into the bathroom, I have just thought of a splendid joke. I shall pour my medicine into Nana's bowl, and she will drink it, thinking it is milk. It was the color of milk, but the children did not have their father's sense of humor, and they looked at him reproachfully as he poured the medicine into Nana's bowl. What fun! He said doubtfully, and they did not dare expose him when Mrs. Darling and Nana returned. Nana, good dog, he said, patting her. I have put a little milk into your bowl, Nana. Nana wagged her tail, ran to the medicine, and began lapping it. Then she gave Mr. Darling such a look. Not an angry look. She showed him the great red tear that made us so sorry for noble dog and crept into her kennels. Mr. Darling was frightfully ashamed of himself, but he would not give in. In a holy silence, Mrs. Darling smelled the bowl. Oh, George, she said, it is your medicine. It was only a joke, he roared, when she comforted her boy, and Wendy hugged Nana. Much good, he said bitterly, my wearing myself to the bone, trying to be funny in this house. And still Wendy hugged Nana. That's right, he shouted. Cuddle her, nobody cuddle me. Oh dear, no, I am only the breadwinner. That's right, he shouted. Cuddle her. Nobody cuddle me. Oh dear, no. I am only the breadwinner. Why should I be cuddled? Why? 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 George, Mrs. Darling entreated him. Not so loud. The servant will hear you. Somehow they had got into the way of calling Lisa the servants. Let them, he answered recklessly, being in the whole world. But I refuse to allow that dog to lord it in my nursery for an hour longer. The children wept, and Nana ran to him beseechingly, but he waved her back. He felt he was a strong man again. In vain, he cried. The proper place for you is the yard, and there you go to be tied up this instant. George, Mrs. Darling whispered. Remember what I told you about that boy. Alas, he would not listen. He was determined to show who was master in that house, and when command would not draw Nana from the kennel, he lured her out of it with honey words, and seizing her roughly, dragging her from the nursery. He was ashamed of himself, and yet he did it. It was all owing to his too affectionate nature, which called for admiration. When he had tied her up in the backyard, the red father went and sat in the passage with his knuckle to his eyes. In the meantime, Mrs. Darling had put the children to bed in unwonted silence and lived their night like. They could hear Nana barking and John whisper, "Is it because he is chaining her out in the yard?" But Wendy was wiser. "That is not Nana unhappy bark," she said, little guessing what was about to happen. "That is her bark when she smelled danger." "Danger? Are you sure, Wendy?" "Oh, yes." Mrs. Darling quivered and went to the window. It was securely fastened. She looked out, and the night was peppered with stars. They were crowding round the house, as if curious to see what was to take place there. But she did not notice this, nor that one or two of the smaller. Oh my God. It's not mad the story, but it's okay. We try one more then. One wink at her. Yet a nameless fear clutched at her heart and made her cry. "Oh, how I wish that I wasn't going to a party tonight." Even Michael, already half asleep, knew that she was perturbed, and he asked, "Can anything harm us, Mother, after the night like Alice?" "Nothing, precious," she said. There are the eyes the mother left behind her to guard her children. She went from bed to bed singing enchantments over him, and little Michael flung his arm around her. "Mother," he cried, "I'm glad of you." They were the last words she was to hear from him for a long night. Number 27 was only a few yards distant, but there had been a slight fall of snow, and father and mother darling picked their way over it, deftly not to soil their shoes. They were already the only person in the street, and all the stars were watching them. Stars are beautiful, but they may not take an active part in anything. They must just look on forever. Is this a punishment put on them for something they did so long ago that no star now knows what it was? So the other ones have become glassy eyes and seldom speak. Winking is the star language, but the little ones still wonder. They are not really friendly to Peter, who had a mischievous way of stealing up behind them and trying to bow them out. But they are so full of fun that they were on his side tonight and anxious to get the grown up out of the way. So as soon as the door of 27 closed on Mr. and Mrs. Darling, there was a commotion in the firmament, and the smallest of all the stars in the Milky Way came out. "Now, Peter!" Okay, and we left at the chapter second. Yes, we will start chapter 3 again later. And even today, the song is not I might have no luck for the BGM, that it not easily me to express the story that can match with the sentence, but it is okay. I enjoy to, but I want, if I can choose, I want the song that match with the story, so it's more easily for me. However, let's just hope that the next chapter, our luck is on our side, like the star that seek the way for Peter. Now, I send you to bed. Have a good night, everyone. See you later นะคะ Bye bye. Good night, good night, good night.